time for the world-famous sports panel. We're getting very specific tonight. The Rio Olympics are right around the corner in case, in fact, the women for soccer team got away today, beat Australia 2-0. You got Andrew Parker, a well-known basketball guru from Edmonton. Thanks for joining us, my man.
I'm very happy to be here, delighted.
All right, well, we're going to talk to you about this women's team. And they're going to this tournament, and they've been playing very well. You go back to last year, the tournament they had at Seville Center.
That's right.
What should their mindset be heading to this tournament? I believe they're 10th ranked in the world going into Olympics.
I think definitely a goal for them is to at least qualify for a medal. Just seeing what they've been able to do in the Pan Am Games and the FIBA Americas and defeating Cuba narrowly and having such a well-knit team between the Tamara Tathan and Nadia Chanwa and the Plouffe sisters. Like, there's so many great team members on that team that I think they should definitely look to at least place in the gold, silver, bronze. Absolutely.
Okay, now what about the group, because they're called the group of death. They've got China, Serbia, Senegal, and then our neighbors to the south, the USA. They talk about a very tough one. Is this as tough as people make out to be for Team Canada?
I would say so, and in fact, we were just talking in the back room before we got out here. The United States team just recently played a game versus Canada, and it was difficult to watch as a fan. But as a coach, I knew that was something that, you know, the coaching staff from Canada could look at and say, okay, when we get to the Olympics, we can make our adjustments. We know who their personnel is. We know exactly what they're going to do defensively, offensively. We know what our weaknesses were. And I think, you know, USA will be an excellent litmus test for them, seeing what's going to happen in Rio. So definitely that is a tough bracket. It's a tough pool, but the girls will find a way. They're a tough, resilient team. I was fortunate to train with them a few times, actually, at the Salvo Center when I was coaching them at QNN. They're ready to go. They're not afraid. It's just a little hiccup in the way to the Olympics.
Well, here's Kia Nurse. She is a monster in so many ways. What do you like about her game, and why is she so valuable to Team Canada?
She's got the pedigree of a champion. I mean, her uncle's Donovan McNabb. Her brother is playing for the Oilers. Her sister played for McMaster. Actually, her mother was playing with McMaster. Her father was in the CFL. She can literally do it all. She was the MVP at the Pan Am and the FIBA Americas. She can finish around the basket. She's not afraid to dribble. She's literally unstoppable. I think for her, what she'll need to focus on is a little bit more consistency and maybe even raising that level up higher if they ever want to defeat teams such as USA and Spain.
Very good athlete. Then you've got one of the older members of the team, the captain, Kim Gaucher. I've watched her play a number of times now, and to me she looks very calm. Like it's almost like a duck. She's calm on the outside, but inside you can tell there's a fire. What do you think of her game, and how could she get this group going?
She reminds me a lot of like a Steve Nash coming towards the end of his career kind of thing. Not to say that she's in the end of her career. She's been there for a while, but she has that leadership that they need. She's maybe that voice or that action that the team needs to see in order to get the engines running. And it was tough. Like, even as I said before in the United States game, you know, there was times where the younger players were looking for leadership and they had to look towards her. And in the fourth quarter, I actually got a chance to see what they could do as opposed to being just a little bit intimidated by the defensive presence. So she's definitely a huge member of this team, and they'll definitely need her to help her in the Olympics.
And then two ladies we know very well from Edmonton. You probably see them, Catherine and Michelle Plouffe, very good players. And I really noticed a change in their bodies. They look much more physically ready this summer than they did last summer. Did you see the same things?
I absolutely did see that. And they've been training hard. In fact, they run a basketball camp here in Edmonton. The Plouffe Sisters camp is ran at Harry Ainley. And they do that mainly to inspire the girls. But you could see them after the camp training hard, playing with some of the guys here in the city of Edmonton and putting them to the test. So, I mean, I love these girls. I've told them countless times when I see them that my nieces, Karis and Faith, will get an opportunity to train with them because those are the only girls that I would trust in the city with them. And so, Michelle and Catherine, we love you guys. We want to see you guys be successful down at Rio, and best of luck to you.
At their age and their experience level, are they ready to contribute in a significant way to this team, Canada?
Absolutely. And if you've watched Team Canada play on the girls' side, whether it's the Pan Am or the FIBA Americas, you can see that every single player on that team has a role, and that role is so crucial to them being successful. Like, there was a few instances there where someone tore their ACL and wasn't able to come back to training in time, or someone didn't have a very good game, and the next person on the bench and the person after that and the person after that, they were ready to go. And that was a huge treat for us in Edmonton at the Salvo Center, getting a chance to see these girls play. They're fantastic, they're phenomenal, and let's continue to support them, Canada.
One last quick one here for you, Andrew. They played China an exhibition game, 3-3 set exhibition just a few weeks ago. That's where they open up, Saturday, August 6th. Is that a good thing or bad thing to play a team you're very familiar with and that you played against them, just a few weeks ago?
For them, I would say it's a good thing. I think that it's just going to let them be a little bit more comfortable, even though comfort can be a problem going into the Olympics with such a high caliber level of competition. But for them, I think they're in a good place. I think they will definitely pull out the win. And then from there, best of luck, because it's going to be a tough pool.
Well, we look forward to that, and we thank you for sharing that. But we're not done with you. We're going to have you stick around for another segment. This man does a lot of great things for our youth of the city. We're going to get into that. Pride of Northside tournament is coming up very quickly. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. Stay with us, MC. Do not want to miss what Andrew Parker's doing for our city.